we now discuss the solution of a problem from the section Trigonometry. The question is based on the formulae that we have already derived as trigonometric formulae. This question has appeared in the joint entrance examination main held on 26th June 2022 in the first shift. The given question is, if sine square 10 degrees multiplied by sine 20 degrees, sine 40 degrees, sine 50 degrees, sine 70 degrees is equal to alpha minus 1 by 16 sine of 10 degrees. Then 16 plus alpha inverse is equal to, we are given the product of sine square 10, sine 20, sine 40, sine 50, sine 70 as alpha minus 1 by 16 times sine of 10 degrees. And required to find the value of 16 plus alpha inverse. That is the given question to us. We now discuss the solution of the problem in detail. We take the given trigonometric expression, that is sine square 10 degrees multiplied by sine 20, sine 40, sine 50, sine 70. This sine square 10, we write it as a product of sine 10 and sine 10. Write it as this one, that is sine 10 degrees into sine 20, sine 40, and the one more sine 10, what is left is written here, sine 10 degrees into sine 50 degrees into sine 70 degrees. The product of the first three is A, the product of the latter three is B. So where A is sine of 10 to sine 20, sine 40, and capital B is equal to sine 10 multiplied by sine 50 into sine 70. We first take A. Capital A is sine 10 into sine 20 into sine 40. Now multiplied and divided by 2. So 1 by 2 into sine 10 degrees in brackets 2 times sine 40 into sine 20. We recall a formula for 2 sine A sine B. 2 sine A sine B formula is cos of A minus B, the difference, minus cos of the sum A plus B. Then we get 1 by 2 sine 10 degrees into cos of the difference 40 minus 20 minus cos of the sum 40 plus 20. Then we will get 1 by 2 into sine 10 degrees into in brackets cos 20, right, minus cos 60. Cos 60 is equal to sine 30 is equal to half. So we write down 1 by 2 sine 10 degrees in brackets cos 20 minus 1 by 2. Take the LCM and bring this sine 10 inside the bracket. Then we'll get 1 by 4 into 2 cos 20 sine 10 minus sine 10 degrees. Agreed. And we recall a formula for 2 cos A sin B. 2 cos A sin B is equal to sin of the sum A plus B minus sin of A minus B. So we write that is equal to 1 by 4 into sin of the sum 20 plus 10 minus sin of the difference 20 minus 10 minus there is already a sin 10 is there, sin 10. So that will be equal to 1 by 4 sin 30 degrees minus sin 10 degrees minus sin 10 degrees. So this sin 10 and sin 10 will be minus sin 10 minus sin 10 will be minus 2 sin 10 and sin 30 is 1 by 2. So that is equal to 1 by 4 into 1 by 2 minus 2 sin 10 degrees. So that is capital A. We will compute B and then answer the given question in the next slide. That's what we have done. And let's go for B. B is sine 10 into sine 50 into sine 70. This we realize as sine 10 degrees into sine 50 is written as sine 60 minus 10 degrees into sine 60 plus 10 degrees. Now, we recall a formula what we have studied in our 11th or 12th class, that is this one. Sine theta into sine of pi by 3 minus theta, pi by 3 is 60 degrees, into sine of pi by 3 plus theta is equal to 1/4 sine 3 theta. This is the result what we have studied. Agreed. In this, put theta is equal to 10 degrees. If you put theta is equal to 10 degrees, you will get sine 10 degrees into sine 60 degrees minus 10 degrees into sine 60 degrees plus 10 degrees, and that is equal to 1/4 sine of 30 degrees, 3 theta. 3 into 10, 30 degrees. So that will be sine of 10 into sine of 50 into sine of 70 is equal to 1/4 into sine 30 is 1/2, that is 1/8. This is a standard example what we study in our 11th class or 12th class. Agreed. The proof of this one, this question normally people ask in the board's examinations. It's in the final year exam. They ask this one to get this as a very short answer question or a short answer question under that. So the proof of this one I will show you in the last slide. Right, we will use this result now. So this is equal to 1/4 sine 30 degrees, that is 1/8. So this B is 1/8. Now let's go to the question. The question is sine square 10 degrees into sine 20, sine 40, sine 50, sine 70 is equal to A into B. A value we know. A is equal to 1/4 from here. 1/4 into 1/2 minus 2 sine 10 degrees into B. B is 1/8. And multiply, we will get 1/64 minus 1/16. Yes. 1/8 into 1/4, 1/32 into 2, that is 1/16. So 1/64 minus 1/16 sine 10 degrees. And it is given to us as alpha minus 1/16 sine 10 degrees. So this is given like this. Now on comparison, we will get alpha is equal to 1/64. So on comparison, we get to alpha is equal to 1/64. Therefore, alpha inverse is equal to 64. Now required to find the value of 16 plus alpha inverse. So that is 16 plus alpha inverse. 16 plus alpha inverse is 64. Agreed. 16 plus 64 is 80. That is our answer to this question. Agreed. That's the end of the discussion of the solution of the problem. As I promised you that I will show you the proof of that the general result, that is sine theta into sine of pi by 3 minus theta into sine of pi by 3 plus theta, that is equal to 1/4 sine 3 theta. That result I will show you, and it is worth anyway we are discussing the solution, and this we have used, and this question is an important question, and this is coming in your board's examination under short answer or a very short answer questions. Agreed. How to prove this? So this is we take sine theta into sine pi by 3 minus theta into sine of pi by 3 plus theta. So multiply and divide by 2. 1/2 into sine theta into 2 times sine of pi by 3 plus theta into sine of pi by 3 minus theta. Recall the result. 2 sine A sine B is equal to cos of A minus B minus cos of A plus B. That's equal to 1/2 sine theta into cos of the sum of the angles. Pi by 3 plus theta, difference of the angles. Pi by 3 minus plus theta minus of pi by 3 minus theta. Minus cos of the sum of the angles. Sum of the pi by 3 plus theta plus pi by 3 minus theta. In this pi by 3. So in this pi by 3 goes off, and in this theta goes off. So that will be equal to 1/2 sine theta into the first term is cos 2 theta minus cos of pi by 3 plus pi by 3 is 2 pi by 3. And that's equal to 1 by 2 sin theta into cos 2 theta into cos of 120 degrees. Cos of 120 degrees is minus sin 30, that is minus 1 by 2. So minus into minus plus 1 by 2. So take this sin theta inside, so that will be equal to 1 by 4 2 cos 2 theta into sin theta plus sin theta. Agreed. For 2 cos 2 theta sin theta, we have a formula. 2 cos A sin B is equal to sin of the sum A plus B minus sin of the difference A minus B. We write that will be equal to 1 by 4 multiplied by sin of the sum 2 theta plus theta minus sin of the difference 2 theta minus theta plus sin theta is already there. Then when you simplify, then sin of 2 theta minus theta is sin theta only. Minus sin theta plus sin theta will get cancelled. And 2 theta plus theta is 3 theta. We will get 1 by 4 sin 3 theta. So we will get 1 by 4 sin 3 theta. And that is the proof of this result. Agreed. Now that is the detailed discussion of the solution of the given problem in the examination, in which we have used this result, and the proof of the result is here, and it will be helpful for you. I am sure that you have understood the solution of this problem and the proof of that small bit. I wish you all the best. Thank you.